Hey everybody, and welcome back to another stream. And it has been a while since I have streamed last. I think 2 weeks, maybe. Just things went a little different than planned. Stuff came up, had to do some stuff, and things are about to get even a little bit busier. And probably change when I'm streaming and whatnot, but we'll see. Either way, tonight we are playing probably one of my favorite all-time games. It's Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Whether you've heard of it or not, it is a fun game. A fun game to play, and it's a long game, so this is going to be a long series. As you can see in the title, it is part one. Not sure how long it's going to take, and hopefully I'll be able to stream a little bit more often in the near future, but we'll see what I do during the day and whatnot. What I do depends on how much I'll be able to stream. But yeah, either way, we're going to have some fun and get started. So we're going to just jump in and get going. And don't mind some of the background stuff. I'm hoping that the adjustments and stuff I made will help close some of the gap. You might see some stuff in the background. I'm not sure, but we'll get it. I know some of the words might be a little small, but I will read what I can. Whatnot. Now, I have done every class in this game before, but I like the soldier because you get I think you get the most out of it with the soldier. And yeah, we're gonna do this in canon for both this one and the second one if I can ever get to it. And canon in the first one is is a male and light side. I generally don't do dark side in this game just because I can do dark side if I really wanted to. I just don't like to. But now we're gonna pick a male soldier, and it does get difficult when doing certain parts of the game, but like persuade and stuff like that. But we are going to do a custom character here, and yeah, scroll through the different faces. I've picked many different faces throughout playing. I'm just not sure which one I'm gonna go with this time. Well, I think we'll go with him, because I've used him. This was my first time playing the game. I used this character, this face, this portrait. Used a lot of these portraits now that I think about it. Yeah, we'll use this one. Attributes. So the attributes apply to your bonuses and penalties to everything from combat to skill checks to force powers. Check each attribute to see what it has. So these will affect different things in the game. Now, for everything I'm going to put to 10, just so that we don't have a negative modifier. Now, charisma is something I like to have up, so we will give that a 2, and it'll be up to 1 modifier. Wisdom. I'm gonna put wisdom up. Intelligence. Well, strength we kind of need a lot of, so we're gonna put that rate to 14. Dexterity. We'll see what we got. We need Constitution because the path I'm going to choose. So that'll get to 14. We're going to bump that up to 14 just because we need intelligence. And we'll bump those to 13. We'll leave dexterity at 10. We might increase it later. What does it recommend? Did I seriously just do the recommended? No, didn't think so. I don't know why it has dexterity. We're gonna drop that down to 14 because I want higher. No, I want dexterity. No. Alright, so yeah, we can change all this. Not change it, but we can make adjustments to this if necessary. Alright, that's that. Now we're going to get to the skills. Now each one has its own rank. Some of them are going to have cross class skills, but so this is a cross. So each skill is going to be unique to each character, like as you go from the soldier to the scout to the scoundrel. Each one has their own specific class. As you can see, awareness is something that a soldier has, whereas stealth, not really. So we're not going to waste time on that, but we are going to use some points on persuade. What does it recommend? Awareness and treat injury. Okay, what are all my classes? Demolitions in this particular game is basically pointless because you really can't recover certain things. So we're not going to waste any there. We are going to put a couple into awareness. I'm going to put one into persuade, a couple into there. You know what, we'll do 3 in those ones. Simply because I want to try and get my persuade up so that way when I become a Jedi, there is a little, depending on the class of Jedi I choose, I want to be able to use persuade because that's going to help greatly later on in the game. So we're going to try and get that up as we can. Feats, this is where the fun is. So we got obviously blaster. We're not going to use a blaster at all. We are going to be strictly using melee weapons. So like right now we have power attack. I want to get 2 weapon fighting because I like to fight with 2 weapons. If I hit recommend, it says rapid shot. No, because we are not going to be, like I said, we're not going to be using blasters at any point. I want to get 2 weapon fighting right away so that I can build that up so that when I get to my lightsabers I can get to that quicker, and we will get critical strike and flurry quick enough. Actually, you know what? We're not going to add 2 weapon fighting right away. We'll do that next. Let's add critical strike right away. And I mean, you can always do, if you ever play this game, you can always do it to your own way. You don't have to do it the way I do it, but the goal is to get Master Weapon 2 Fighting, Master Critical, Master Flurry, and Master Power Attack. Those are the ones I like to focus on. And then I wish I could remove these feats. But like this one here is dueling. That's good if you're using single weapon. Toughness, we might get that. But yeah, those are the ones we're going to focus on for now. Name. Yeah, no. We're going to do Staying. Oh, maybe I can get. Oh yes, we can get my name in there. Look at that. Mustang drummer. Bonus points. Bonus points. I never tried it before for some weird reason. But then again, I've done many different kinds of names over the years. But that's what we're gonna do, and let's jump into it. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Just give me 1 second. Gonna mute just because I don't trust to not get copyrighted for the song. So, Knights of the Old Republic. 4,000 years before the rise of the Galactic Empire, the Republic verges on collapse. Darth Malak, last surviving apprentice of the Dark Lord Revan, has unleashed an invincible Sith armada upon an unsuspecting galaxy. And yes, please don't mind how the stream is at the moment. Crushing all resistance, Malak's war of conquest has left the Jedi Order scattered and vulnerable as countless knights fall in battle, and many more swear allegiance to the new Sith Master. In the skies above the outer rim world of Terrace, a Jedi battle fleet engages the forces of Darth Malak in a desperate effort to halt the Sith galactic domination. Alright, once this rolls past, we will unmute. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. This shouldn't have muted the desktop. Can't see my stream stuff at the moment. Okay, we should be good now. Oh. I did not mean to do that, guys. Sorry. We just skipped a little cutscene where it showed the Sith fleet attacking our ship. My bad!
We've been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet. The Endar Spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Who are you? And I will say out loud what I'm replying and say what the aliens are saying in this game, just so that you don't have to try and read it all. So, who are you?
I'm Trask Ulgo, ensign with the Republic Fleet. I'm your bunkmate here on the Endar Spire. We work opposite shifts. I guess that's why you haven't seen me before. Now hurry up! We have to find Bastila. We have to make sure she makes it off the ship alive.
Who's Bastila?
Bastila is the commanding officer on the Endar Spire. Well, not an officer, really. But she's the one in charge of this mission. One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an enemy attack. You swore an oath just like everyone else on this mission. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I've heard all about your reputation. Elite combat training, tops in your class. It's no wonder you were handpicked for this mission. Word is the officers haven't seen a recruit with your kind of potential in 20 years. But all that potential doesn't mean a thing if you can't deliver when it counts. We're soldiers. We're trained for combat. Bastila is going to need men and women like us at her side during this attack.
Okay, let's go help Bastila. Now, if I were thinking dark side, I'd say oath or no oath. I'm heading to the escape pods. But like I said, we're going to do light side and we're going to do this cannon style.
So hurry up and grab your gear. You need to suit up so we can get out of here.
Okay. So active quests. So journal entry added. I always like to always check my journal. Attack on the Endar Spire. So these are the different screens that we have that we can check up on. Any dialogue that we may have missed. This is just a map that as we go through will show more. And that's where we can go to save, load, and all that fun. So, open this here footlocker. Get all our stuff. We got experience from that, and we're gonna get random experience as we get stuff. Oh, hang on. Be right back.
Come on, we have to hurry.
I have to be very careful because my mouse will easily go to my other monitor and click out of the game. Okay, so we have clothing. Nothing there. And we're going to put the short sword because, like I said, we're not going to be using blasters at all. Now, we are going to have some companions that use blasters, but we're going to try and have most of our companions doing melee.
Okay, let's move out. We should stick together. You'll have more success with a party than on your own.
Okay, and this is a party screen that we'll have access to later. And these are all the party members that we are going to have later.
Because of the attack, this room is in lockdown.
Oops, sorry, lockdown. But don't worry, I have the override code. You'll have to use me to unlock the door. Okay, so switch to Trask. Open the door.
Now that the door is open, you better take the lead again.
Alright. I've been playing certain games that I had to use the right mouse button to look around.
This is KOTOR. The Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We can't hold out long against their firepower. All hands to the bridge!
That was Karth contacting us on our portable communicators. He's one of the Republic's best pilots. He's seen more combat than the rest of the Endar Spire's crew put together. If he says things are bad, you better believe it. We have to get to the bridge to help defend Bastila. There's a map of the Endar Spire and a copy of Karth's message in your electronic journal, just in case we get separated.
Alright, let's move out. Utility drive. Beep beep boop boop.
That door is locked. I don't have the codes to open it, but switch me to the party leader so you can use my security skills to slice into the access panel and open the door.
Okay. Security. Get our first taste of action here.
These Sith must be the advanced boarding party. For the Republic!
Alright. So we're gonna critical strike this guy and see if that works. Oh, a droid just died. That guy's dead.
I've got a feeling that won't be our last battle with the Sith. Good thing we have med packs to heal our wounds. It might be a good idea to use one now before our next battle.
So yeah, we have med packs right down here. We have an advanced med pack and a regular med pack. So we're gonna use an advanced med pack. Scan through. Now there is, for some weird reason, I get stuck a lot. But since I have a way to move, we're just gonna click the door and get moving. Attack this guy first with a critical strike. Good old power strike did hit him. Oop. Footlocker. Oh, we got a longsword combat suit. Okay, so let's take this off. Adds a defense bonus and a max dexterity bonus of +5. I'm going to switch to the longsword, which does more damage. And if we had, see now, because I don't have two weapon fighting yet, as you can see it takes away stuff. so we're not gonna have one because right now I get +3, and as we get 2-weapon fighting, that will increase. So yeah, we will use that. Oop. This guy's got remains. Ooh, med pack, which I'm going to use right now. Let's go open that metal container. Med pack and credits. And we're going to have to collect a lot of credits and some nice stuff. Ooh, frag grenade. Alright, let's move on. Nothing over here. Here. This utility drug. Beep beep boop. Oh, I went the wrong way. I came back to the start. I came back. Gotta go through that door. And a lot of times, because it doesn't tell you if you've already looked at them, you end up looking through containers you've already looked through. Got a little cutscene action here. Oh! Messed up his own guy. Give this guy a little what for here. This guy, oh, wow. Ah! Better take a med pack before I die. Ooh, remains way back there. Let's go grab him. Get some remains over here. Glitched out. That's the way we gotta go. Oh, the invisible wall. We hit the invisible wall, guys. Well, that droid's no good. Get some parts. That's from him.
It's a Dark Jedi. This fight is too much for us. We better stay back. All we do is get in the way. That was one of the Jedi accompanying Bastila. Damn, they could have used her help.
Oh well. Let's go critically strike this guy. Let's give him what for with a power shot. Guess he didn't need it. Hey! Buttface! I'm over here. This guy's got some remains for me. Just a med pack. Let's see what they got. Can they pick up our lightsaber? Nope. But we picked up a vibration cell. That could be good later on. Alright. Let's get to the bridge. Oh, fun! And we got our first level up.
Bastila's not here on the bridge. They must have retreated to the escape pods. We better head that way too. The Sith want Bastila alive, but once she's off the ship, there's nothing stopping them from blasting the Endar Spire into galactic dust.
Alright, let's check this backpack. Hey, unnecessary blaster pistol. Alright. Now I like to do this every once in a while just for funsies. You have enough experience to level. You must level up before you pass through the door. So we're gonna level up, and I always level up manually just because I like to pick what I have. Uh-oh. I think my stream has froze here. One sec. Alright, we got a skill level up. Only 1 point. For some reason, my mouse has disappeared. Feet, and this is where, like I said, we're gonna add 2-weapon fighting. Where are we at? Power attack. You know what? We're gonna start with our 2-weapon fighting. I don't know why my mouse disappeared. Next door.
There's something behind here. Damn, another Dark Jedi. I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pods. Go!
And we are stuck, so this is where I do something called, and that is a previous save that I'm going to overwrite. We'll do this one. I could name it stuck save, where my character gets stuck. And then we just load the stuck save. This way I don't waste too much time waiting for my character to start being able to move. Trask has bought you the time you need to escape. Make sure you wait to the starboard section of the ship.
This is Cartho Nassian, your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Basila's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now, I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pods.
So, there. We gotta get to the escape pods. Now, enemy spotted. So now if I add the short sword, it's still gonna do -2 because we're just basic. We really got to get up to oh, why'd I add it? I did not want to add it. Didn't want to add it just yet because if I add it now, oh, we're gonna do this already. Come on. See, and That's why I do a stuck save. Because for some reason, it just randomly does that. Oh, this will be fun. He done. Ooh, that was a big shot. And boom.
Be careful. There's a whole squad of Sith troopers on the other side of that door. You need to find some way to thin their numbers. You could reprogram the damaged assault droid to help you, if you have enough repair parts. Or you could use computer spikes to slice into the terminal and use the Endar Spire's security systems against the Sith.
So, we come over here, and we find we have everything we need. See, the thing is, reactivate droid. It's going to cost 4 repair parts. Okay. We're gonna overload just because it's more fun to do it that way. That's a lot more fun than activating a droid for no reason. Take your credits. Ooh, prototype vibroblade. Now we talking. So before we get going, let's add the vibroblade. 4 to 13. So it does do 1 less, but its minimum is better. So now we'll do this and see what will the longsword do. -2. Still does -2 and I lose my bonus, so we're not gonna have anything at the moment.
You've made it just in time. There's only 1 active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below.
Who are you?
I'm a soldier with the Republic, like you. We're the last 2 crew members left on the Endar Spire. Basila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later.
So, escape pod. This is the last escape pod and your only hope of survival. Use the escape pod. Sorry, it's gonna do this for cutscenes. There's not much I can do about it. But look at that, just in time as we would have been space dust. We would have been space dust. We tossing and turning. We uncomfortable. Uh-oh. Be right back. No idea why I did that.
Good to see you up instead of thrashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever gonna wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you on the escape pod. Do you remember?
I had a strange dream, like a vision or something. Right, I'm Mustang Drummer, by the way. How did we get here? Karth, the one on the communicator. I remember.
We've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. Try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone.
Guess I owe you my life. Thanks.
You don't have to thank me. I've never abandoned anyone on a mission, and I'm not about to start now. Besides, I'm gonna need your help. Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet, they've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. That's pretty rare in a raw recruit. But it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves.
Bastila. She's the one from the Endar Spire, right?
That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malik's Sith Master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her.
How could one person, even a Jedi, be so important? If Bastila's a Jedi, she can probably look after herself. I don't even know if Bastila's still alive. Forget it, I'm not risking my own life to try and save her. Any idea where we should start looking? How do you even know Bastila's still alive?
I don't, but Bastila's young, and she has a powerful command of the Force. We survived the crash landing, so I'm willing to bet that she may have too. Besides, what's the alternative? I mean, if she's dead, then no one can stop Malik and his Sith from wiping out the Republic, and I'd rather operate on the assumption that she survived.
How can one person, even a Jedi, be so important?
Bastila is no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies. Through the Force, Bastila can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. Often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. Of course there are limits to what she can do, but from what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she never had a chance to use her battle meditation. Like us, she barely got out alive.
So, what do you suggest we do next?
Bastila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malik's followers can use the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. Nobody will be looking for a couple of common soldiers like us, and if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how important she is to the war effort. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So, if Bastila's gonna escape Terrace, she's gonna need our help, and we'll probably need hers.
Any idea where we should start looking for Bastila?
While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
I want to ask you some questions.
I'll tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be.
Oh, my screen froze. Just a sec. What do you know about Malik and the Sith?
Everything I know about Malik is pretty much common knowledge. He escaped the trap that killed Darth Revan, his Sith master. With Revan's death, Malik became the new Dark Lord. It's obvious that Malik's a ruthless tyrant who'll crush anyone who stands in his way, just like Revan was. Experience has shown that the Sith won't stop until the Republic lies in ruins. Malik and his Sith don't respect anything except raw, brutal power. It's hard to imagine how someone who used to be a Jedi could become such a monster.
A Jedi? What do you mean?
Malik and Revan were once both part of the Jedi Order, but they were young and headstrong, and against the wishes of the Council, they went to battle the Mandalorians on the Outer Rim. Something happened out there. Something corrupted them and drew them over to the dark side. Or maybe there was something rotten inside them all along. I don't know. They formed an army of ex-Republic soldiers and Jedi who'd fallen to the dark side, with Revan at their head, until Revan was killed by Bastila's Jedi strike team. But even that didn't slow the Sith down. Malik just stepped in and assumed Revan's role. He took control of the Sith Armada and resumed the bloody conquest of the Outer Worlds.
Don't. I want to ask you something else.
I'll tell you whatever I can, though
What can you tell me about this planet we're on?
Taris was once a magnificent planet-wide metropolis of towering skyscrapers. But that was a long time ago. The upper city where the rich citizens live is still pretty safe. If it wasn't for the Sith occupation and the planet-wide quarantine, it might not even be a bad place to live. But farther down, things have degenerated. The lower city is nothing but a slum overrun by swoop bike gangs, waging a never-ending war for control. And the undercity is... well, it's even worse. The lowest level of Taris is a wasteland overrun by rat ghouls. Mindless, diseased mutants that attack on sight. I've already entered all this info into your datapad journal.
Want to know more about you, Karth.
I understand why you want to know more about me. I kind of get the feeling we'll be spending a lot of time together over the next while. But this isn't really the best time for long introductions. We should stay focused on the task at hand. There'll be a time for that later.
Want to know more about the Sith?
But even
get through this and I'll say, don't worry, we'll find a way to stop
I
the
hope
Sith.
you're right. But the Republic hasn't been able to stop them so far, even with the support of the Jedi Council. I think Bastila may be the galaxy's last hope.
Here we go again. This might just be something we have to deal with. Alright, the sooner we start looking for Bassa, the sooner we find her. Let's go.
Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
So we're just going to look at our journal real quick to search for Bastila. Planetary information. This is what's in this locker. Computer spikes, 3 med packs. Uh-oh. Oh, this is going to be annoying. But we'll work through it. And this is an upgrade bench where I can upgrade. We can upgrade our melee. We can add the vibroblade. Adds a 2 physical damage bonus. Alright, so we can do some fancy stuff. Alright, before we go, now do we get to add our short? No. Every time you leave the apartment, you must sleep. we have no choice but to take Karth because he is the only party member we have. And before...
Right, you alien scum. Everybody get up against the wall. This is a raid.
There was a patrol here just yesterday, and they found nothing. Why do you Sith keep bothering us?
That's how we Sith deal with smart-mouthed aliens. Now the rest of you, get up against the wall before I lose my temper again. What's this? Humans hiding out with aliens? They're Republic fugitives! Attack!
Here we go again. If this is going to keep going like this, we might not continue streaming this. Alright, let's quickly do... Ah, crap. Give this guy a little critical strike. What? How did I know? There we go. And we level up. Poor Yigzo. He should never have talked back to that Sith. Thankfully, you're here to step in and help us, human. This isn't the first time the Sith have come in here to cause trouble for us, but hopefully it will be the last. Won't someone be coming? I'm just glad I could help. Don't worry about the bodies. I will move them so it looks like they were killed elsewhere. That should throw the Sith off the track. With any luck, they won't be bothering us again for a while. So we're going to quickly search. Blast the rifle, some grenades. Nothing else. So we're gonna level up, and then we're gonna just call it because so we got some skills. We only got one skill point. We're gonna do our treat entry, and then the next two, and then after this we're gonna stockpile up. I don't know why it's only giving us one point, but oh well. Now we'll add in the power flurry, and now we can start just upgrading everything we need. So we're gonna do our first save. Mustang drummer, right side 1. Alright, and that'll be the first save we do. And we're just gonna cut this stream a little short, just because this is going to be a very long game. We just got through the introduction, a lot of stuff. Next one, hopefully we will be jumping on and doing a lot more combat, and because now things are gonna start really get interesting. So, and as things get more interesting, that's when things will really, and I mean really, start to pick up. So hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider leaving a like and liking and subscribing, as it always helps out. And yeah, links to my different social media are in the description below. I know that it was a lot shorter than I normally do, but it is getting late. I have to get up a little earlier for work in the morning. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. And Thursday will hopefully be the next time I stream. We'll try and stream more of this to get going. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and that you'll be here for the next one. And until next time, peace out. God bless.